I don't claim to know the future, but I feel like we're gonna be working in the rain today.
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. The Marshall Industrial Technologies 10 car is back from Bristol in one piece, so that's a good thing.
I'm still trying to get over that.
You still getting going?
Yeah.
It was a long week at Bristol. We took a couple days off here, but I don't think I've recovered either. Anyway, today we have got to get this car unloaded and cleaned up, and show y'all this real quick. On top of that, here is the super late model from the Southern All-Stars doubleheader at Southern Raceway. It still hasn't even been washed. So I guess the goal for today is to get both cars cleaned up, and we need to get started on this one, the super late model, because it's, weather permitting, it is what we'll be racing this weekend. We'll talk more about that in a second. Okay, let me see if I can get in here.
Good luck. There's a strap up there.
Oh, dang.
Yeah. So have fun with that.
Okay. By the way, in case I forget, shout out to Vonbohn Products. This seems like a perfect time to say thanks to Ron at Vonbohn Products. He's was on board for the Bristol trip, but he's gonna be with us for a few more races as well. Check him out at eBay. Somebody push on it. There we go. Now, the only thing we need is a cable long enough it'll reach back the trailer. I could be back there. Then we'll be in business. You good?
Yeah, come on.
Anyway, there it is. Fresh off its run at Bristol. And like I said, that's decently straight. There was a second there I was worried.
Yep.
About halfway through the feature. Oh.
Every time.
Yeah. You think you'd start remembering turn it on before you get in there. Alright, go with it. Okay, so there's the crate car. Finished 7th at Bristol out of 106 cars. You know, you passed 3 cars each time you were on the track. You went from 7th to 4th in the heat, 7th to 4th in the preliminary feature, 10th to 7th in the main event. So, and there wasn't a whole lot of passing in the crate races, so we'll take that. Anyway, there it is. We have got to wash it. Any idea when we're gonna race it next?
You might run it next, huh?
Yeah, Southern in a couple weeks. And since you didn't tear it up, I don't know. We stay tuned for that. We may put some 56 skins on it, and I might race it here in a couple weeks. But next race is this car, Southern All-Stars, Tri-County Speedway, this Saturday night. I believe that is March 27th. This is the new car. We debuted it right before we left for Bristol at Southern Raceway with the Southern All-Stars. Had a 2nd place finish the first night. 3rd place finish the 2nd night. Y'all see it all got beat up. So we got some body work to do. Still haven't even washed it. We unloaded it on Sunday and then loaded that car up and went straight to Bristol. So it's been sitting in here ever since. We did something we got to do today. We robbed the fuel pump off of it because we had fuel pump issues on that car when we went to load up. So we're going to wash that car, get the fuel pump off of it, put it on this car, roll it out and wash it. That's the goal for today. Maybe we'll do some body work as well, but we'll see. And try not to get struck by lightning. You're not getting into the body work? All right, I don't blame you.
Too much of that to do in one day.
It's probably been 1/4 of a second slower. Yeah. All that air getting under the car. Cameron, if y'all, I'm sure y'all saw it in the videos, Cameron taped up the deck and the hood right before you got it, right before Joseph went out. Look at all that Bristol Motor Speedway dirt. Yeah, we're going to cover that up. We'll need a big gaping hole in the... Anybody know why that hole's there? It's covered with duct tape, but what was it for? There you go, question of the day. Told y'all it was gonna rain. I'll wait here. You get started washing it. Okay, there's one down.
Joseph was
Tearing it
literally
up.
repeating everything he's ever heard me say.
Oh, when he was streaming?
Yeah.
Joseph streamed on Jesse's Twitch.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna get me a Twitch.
How do you
Until
do?
they like watching more. Guess I'll just go back to being a water boy.
Yeah. Tire guy or crew guy.
It's weird. It's like you're talking to yourself because, like, you're talking. No one replies.
No, that's why you gotta read chat.
That's really why what was really weird.
Were you racing the new car when you were on there racing? Yeah. So if you hadn't already, you iRacers, remember you can race this body scheme. What do they call it? What's the technical paint scheme? Livery. Yeah. His own trading paints. If you're on iRacing, you can run it, or last year's cars. Anyway, there's one clean car. Jesse made it, by the way. So we'll get this one rolled in, and the sun came out. That's Florida for you.
Wow, it's cleared up.
Yeah. It's the same day, y'all. We didn't fast forward a day. It's the same day, just all the clouds left.
Right.
Yeah, we can't wash it with a fuel pump off.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Well, now that this one's clean, we can roll it in, get the fuel pump off, bolt it on here, roll this one out and wash it. What about Joseph? Okay.
Lug nuts,
The lug nut, yeah, tires, yeah, don't let this one, well, it's on the dolly, so we'll be good. So you've had, I don't know, however many hours now, 3 days to think about it. What are, quick summary, how you felt about Bristol? Glad we went, good event.
Yeah, I'm glad we went. I think some practice beforehand would have been very,
Right.
very good to have. Because I think they're in the feature on Saturday night. We just, the last however many laps, I started to really kind of figure out what I was.
Where you need to be.
Where I need to be,
Mhm.
and just get more of a feel for the place, and I felt more comfortable, So it would have been nice to get some laps before we were, in competition. So, but it was fun. I'm glad we went. It was a good time. Something we can definitely say we went to Bristol and raced and got a top 10 out of it. So
We're going back next year if they do it.
I don't see why not.
We're gonna take the big motor.
I don't know.
play that one by ear. Or did you ever regret watching the super late models? Were you ever wishing we had the super there?
Well, you kind of sit there and watch them. It's like, yeah, we should be out there, But as far as like no one, it's like, it's fine that we're not.
Right.
But yeah.
I think watching them Saturday when the track wasn't so hammered down, we could have competed, I feel like, up front. Friday we'd have been a little outmotored, I feel like. But then Saturday the track was dried out, and I was like, man, I wish we had our car out there. We'd be right there with them. What about you? Everything good? Had a good time?
This one.
Everybody's disappointed you didn't swim across the river, creek, whatever.
Yeah, I didn't feel like dying in Tennessee.
The video did not do the swiftness of the current justice. Yeah. So I think Jesse was going to do it, and we had to talk him out of it. Like, I didn't want to lose.
He was not.
He was considering it, and I said the last thing we need to do is lose Jesse under one of those bridges.
You on his left side?
Get on my side. You're good.
Hold on right there.
There it is. Okay, so fuel pump's got to come off this car, go on that car.
Come on, then go on that. Right there.
Little known fact, because we didn't make a video of it, but we spent all of Sunday, well, Joseph and Jesse spent all of Sunday between racing this at Southern Raceway, racing this at Bristol, working in here in the shop. They got ready to load up about 8 or 9 o'clock Sunday night, this car for Bristol. and we have fuel pressure issues. So we had to change the fuel pump off of this car, put it on this car. And now we gotta have it back. The pump that we put on this car that came off the Super takes a regulator. The pump that was on here does not. So we had to have our log and everything. Did not, yeah. Our poor new car. Buy a new car and then leave it sitting here for. Leave it sitting there for almost 2 weeks, well, a week and a half on nasty.
Okay.
I bet everybody's wondering where Jesse's car is.
Right here.
It's still in hiding. Gotta go this way.
Wrinkle it.
Yeah, I'd hate to wrinkle the body. So, it's not as easy as it looks.
Good.
Yeah, you're good back here. Good back here, guys. Whew. All right, real quick, before we get started, one of the questions we get asked the most is what do we use to wash the race car? And they always ask, why don't we use a pressure washer? Anyway, as far as what we use to wash the race car, we were using a mixture of Tide and bleach, but we got this Pro Glow Power Sports wash that we've been using that works really well. It's good on metal, plastic, chrome, plastic coated surfaces. Of course, that includes the race car, body, chassis, all the components. Anyway, I wanted to mention that real quick. What we've been using here for the last couple months, we've been using the Pro Glow Power Sports wash on the race cars, and it works well.
Where do they get that?
We'll leave a link in the description.
Good question.
Yeah. The other question, why don't we use a pressure washer? I feel like every time we have
We ain't got one.
Yeah, there you go. It also, I feel like the hose and soap is better on the chassis, the powder coat, than a pressure washer.
And probably better on your wrap.
We're gonna talk
Yeah.
about what's good for powder coat and look at where we race at.
When you race in the sand, it doesn't matter. Anyway, so there you go. Check out we'll leave a link in the description where you can find the Pro Glow for washing your race car. And maybe one day we'll get a pressure washer, but for now we don't have one, so we don't use one. Wasn't a whole lot to it today, but we did wash 2 race cars. That's a chore in itself. That's a chore in itself. All right, so this car, weather permitting, Tri-County Speedway, Saturday night. We were just discussing they're going to practice Friday night, weather permitting again. So we'll see about that, but I don't think practice would be a bad idea. New car. Oh, they reconfigured the track. Have y'all seen the pictures since they finished it up? Those of you familiar with Tri-County Speedway, they lengthened it and they took some bank and narrowed it. Like it's not a circle anymore. Those of you who remember our videos, they narrowed pulled in the back straightaway and pushed 1 and 2 out. So they lengthened the track and then made it where it's not just a circle, like the corners are tighter. So this car will be up there. Man, I'm having a hard time keeping my car straight today. This is the Super, new car. It'll be at Tri-County Speedway, Southern All-Star, Saturday night. That's March 27th. This car, we'll see if everything goes all right. I might drive it. Josie's blocking us up. I might drive it at Southern Raceway the following weekend. I believe that's April 3rd. We'll put a 56 on the side of it. Stay tuned for that. We'll see. Jesse's car, When you gonna go get your car?
Whenever y'all let me. We gotta get this rear end out.
Yeah, we got this rear end, and this car is out from Jesse's car. We got a new rear end over here. We got a new rear end hiding over there. So that'll go under here, and Jesse's rear end will go back in his car, and we're gonna race it April 10th.
1,500 to win.
At Deep South Speedway, where you won your last race. Then this car will be racing at Deep South for 3,000 to win Mississippi State Series race. Did I just go through the 17th?
Next week.
All of that information is on our website on the schedule page. You can check that out. There's a handful of stuff, merchandise still on there that we haven't sold out of, so go get your hands on that. And other than that, that's what's going on. Cars are cleaned up in the shop. We gotta get to work on this one. Plenty of body work to do. Get the seat in it. I'm sure there's some other stuff. Anything major?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. We'll get it, whatever it is. We'll try to make another video of whatever all that is, but definitely some body work to do on this one before we go to Tri-County. All right, thanks for hanging out with us today. Wash day, but you know, you got to do it. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you later.